On behalf of United Consciousness, I take this opportunity to welcome our esteemed guest, Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor Indira Gandhi Open University, New Delhi since 2018. He was also the Vice Chancellor of Uttarakhand Open University, Haldwani. Professor Rao received the Doctorate in Philosophy from University of Allahabad and ICWA from Institute of Cost and Management Accounts of India, Kolkata. He has written 8 books, among which Administration on Public Enterprises in India and Communication Skills are very popular. He is also Chair Professor Ambedkar Peeth, Vikram University, Ujjain, and Honorary Secretary Institute of Gandhian Thought and Peace Studies, University of Allahabad. He has the charge of Vice Chancellor of Kumaon University, Nainital, and also Vice Chancellor of Uttar Pradesh, Rajashri Tandon Open University, Allahabad. From October 1990, he is a university professor in Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Business Management, where he was the director of institute for more than 13 years. He was conferred fellow at Commonwealth of Learning, Canada in Scotland during September 2019. On 30th July 2018, he was conferred Nehru Literacy Award of Indian Adult Education Association, New Delhi, by His Excellency the Vice President of India. He is also actively involved in developing appropriate policy framework at national level for promoting online education in the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Professor Nageshwar Rao.
Good morning to all of you. Happy occasion to meet you all, and that too speaking on a topic which is of national relevance: yoga and management. The phrase yoga, the word yoga, is in our mindset since long. Yoga shows us that how we can unite mind, body, and soul. Fortunately, I am a student of yoga for the last 45 years, and also as a student of management for the last 40 years. And if we synthesize the two, then we find that both yoga and management, they are related to each other. A student of management can excel with the basics of yoga. Yoga signifies healthy mind, healthy body, and pure soul. If you integrate all the three and tries to put it in the domain of management or the practicing managers, we will find that our managers, they will be more effective, more efficient, more goal-oriented, or the result-oriented. The discipline of management is also interdisciplinary. And when we see the interdisciplinary nature of management, the quality of decision making, because once we take a decision, it has got its own implications. The decision is to be the best one. But as Peter Drucker has said, we always strive for that best. The quality of decision, it should be best, but we are striving for that ideal goal. Yoga supplements with healthy body, pure soul, and mind clarity. I would like to pick up a few examples which may see the significance, which may see the importance of yoga in management. As a leader, it is being said that there are four types of leaders. Leader is concerned with the task. Leader has also to maintain the relationships. Task orientation and the relationship orientation. Both are to be maintained. And that is the ideal combination for which all leaders they strive for. And for that, the discipline of yoga, the science of yoga, even the practice of yoga helps us to achieve that. We should not be a leader wherein neither the task is important nor the relationship is important. A failure in terms of leadership. Only task is important, but relationship is not important. In that case also, long-term goals cannot be visualized. And when we see only relationships are important without looking at the task, the purpose of the objective of leadership is being defeated. So therefore, we must always strive to see that how the relationship and the task both must have the judicious mix to get the best results out of leadership. And this is possible through the science of yoga. Healthy mind, healthy body, and pure soul. Quality of decision making will always improve. And the goal is clear, concerned with task and the concern with relationship. Both we have to look into it. And here, because of the science of yoga, we are in a position to understand at a particular point of time. We may do not understand the relationship. We may forget the relationship. We may look at only the task. And sometimes we forget about the task when we find that our subordinates, our colleagues, they are in a state of distress. We forget the task and the relationship is important. So all these four blocks, the person will understand only when he practices the yoga. In another area where the science of yoga is much more relevant, that is the conflict. Mind is having lots of thoughts. The flow of thoughts, they always continue. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts. And these negative thoughts sometimes forces us to go for negative actions. But our concern is that positive thoughts and positive actions. And for that, the positive mindset is important. Again here, the healthy body, pure mind, the pure soul. They help us to go for the functional effect of those conflicts, not the dysfunctional. Because we have to see that in a set of managerial environment, we have to maintain our own status as an effective doer, and at the same time, we must promote others, motivate others, that they may also contribute significantly for the cause. Conflicts are not bad. That is why the functional conflict and dysfunctional conflict both are being looked into. And yoga promotes to think in terms of the functional conflict. The third specific and generic issue to which we all confront is the present day environment, when a manager has to be innovative, A manager has to be creative. And for that, the mind power is important. And this mind power is being strengthened through yoga. Left hand side of the brain, right hand side of the brain. Left hand side of the brain, it talks about the rational thinking. The right hand side of the brain, it talks about our imagination. We must have a judicious blend of both imagination and the rational mind and imaginative mindset. If both are being integrated, then we will have an innovative setup, a setup which is going to strengthen the newer ideas base. We can also strengthen our brainstorming activities. Through that, we can get good number of newer ideas. And all those ideas, they help us to chart newer course of actions, newer path. And that is the prime concern of a manager. If you see that how your mental balance is more important for leading the organization to a success. And this mental balance, again, you will get it through the yoga. Stress management is one more area. Distress or Eurostress. Distress frustrates us. And a manager, after getting lots of knowledge and skills in the realm of discipline, but his mental state is not strong enough to deal with complex situations, then this distress is going to disturb the entire equilibrium. Stress, the positive stress, it promotes our energy. It gives us incentive to work hard, to achieve our goals, to be effective. So that positive stress, that will also come through the science of yoga. And last but not the least, managerial skills, they usually focus on the skills. And that is why in management science, the business ethics, the ethical aspects, they are being appended as a separate paper. But when a student of yoga is there the pure soul purity is also being looked into. How your means are important, that is also being talked about. Then you see that ethical issues, which are quite important in the field of management, they will automatically come into our day-to-day managerial activities. It is also being said that for a successful manager, he should be skill strong as well as value strong also. And for becoming value strong, the person has to look at the pure ethical traits, value system. Of course, this value system, he may inherit from the society, he may get it from the education, but the best way to have this ethical issues, if they come through your mind, through your soul, then that will be much effective to get the possible results. And here we see that this sort of implications, wherever we see, because the management consists of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and most importantly, decision making in almost all the spheres, in almost all the activities relating to the managerial positions. The discipline, the science of this yoga helps us to give better performance, helps us to give better results. So I always feel, and this is my humble opinion also, that yoga supports our managerial initiatives more effectively. We can do wonders if we practice the science of yoga regular basis. No stress, positive conflicts, task oriented and relationship oriented management, more creative and innovative setup. Everything is possible, and that is what we all strive for. And I simply end by saying that these two cannot be segregated. Even for yoga also, you have to manage this activity. Life management is there, health management is there. So how you are managing this yoga activities, for that also the basic managerial skills that can also be applied. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
On behalf of United
On behalf of
Consciousness,
United Consciousness,
the way you
the way
explained
you explained the importance
of yoga and
yoga
decision
and
making,
decision-making,
having functional
functional
conflict,
conflict,
task and
task
relationship-oriented
and
leadership,
relationship-oriented leadership,
having mental
having
balance,
mental balance,
creativity and innovation
and
at
innovation
workplace
at workplace,
really has inspired
it's
us.
inspired us.
Thank you very much, sir,
Thank you
for
very much,
blessing
sir,
us.
for blessing us.
Thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank Professor Nageshwar Rao for coming onto the platform of United Consciousness and sharing his views. Thank you so much.